Chair, is that in order that we have representatives from the respective offices.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes,
Chair, I want to react from what we went through last week.
Not react, I want...
yeah, on the same. On the same, yes.
So
Chair.
what's your point?
Last week, when we were going through the budget policy statement, you recall we had a representative from Treasury. And this person, this representative, all the time we were raising issues, was saying, we'll consult, we'll consult, we'll consult. So we never had any progress. So we just want you to assure us about the composition.
Thank you, thank you. Honorable members, thank you for raising that concern. And on Tuesday, on 18th of February, Honorable Mohammed Kolosh, MP Wajir West, pursuant to Standing Order 442C, sought a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education and Research regarding the withdrawal of teachers from Northeastern Region by the Teacher Service Commission. And that statement was sought. In the request, Mr. Kolosh had sought, among others, the measures the ministry is doing, the names of the teachers transferred, the reasons for the withdrawal, and the TSC board's deliberation on the same. On the same matter, it is, as I need to tell you, members, is a very, very weighty matter. It is concerning citizens of this country, concerning about 4 regions, and the Speaker gave a very clear, deliberate order that the individuals who are supposed to appear for this, looking at the magnitude of the issue, is the person of the CS, Ministry of Education, the person of the CEO, Teacher Service Commission, and the person of the Inspector General of Police, in person. And in fact, via that advice from this directive from the Speaker, our committee took it upon itself to write letters, and the letters are as indicated, and I think it was delivered the respective officers on 18th of February. They were delivered to this Professor George Magoha, MB, EBS, CS of Education, Dr. Nancy Masharia, CEO Teacher Service Commission, and Mr. Hilary N. Mutiambai, Inspector General of Police. In fact, in the letters, it indicated very clearly that the Speaker deemed that this matter was urgent. That is the letter to the respective officers, that this matter was urgent and of great national importance. He therefore directed that you be invited to appear in person. And I want you members to note that. You appear in person before the Departmental Committee on Education and Research to shed light on the issues raised in the statement that fall under your respective mandates. So, having guided and advised this committee very well, we were expecting as a Committee of Education the 3 persons. The 3 persons, that is the CS, Ministry of Education, the Inspector General of Police, and the CEO Teacher Service Commission, in person, all of them. I think the CEO has just come in. Kindly introduce yourself before we proceed.
I'm Nancy Masharia, the CEO Teacher Service Commission. I apologize for my lateness, Mr. Chair.
So, the CS wrote a letter, and I think it is dated February 24th, to the clerk on the meeting with the Departmental Committee. In fact, the CS wrote the following. I just want, in response to what the point of order, that I'm in receivable condition when you reference that, and dated 18 February, where a statement has been sought by Honorable Ahmed Kolosh, MP Wajir West, regarding withdrawal of teachers from Northeastern Region by the Teacher Service Commission due to security concerns in the region. In your communication, you invited me for the meeting with the Departmental Committee on Education and Research on Tuesday 25th. You also requested for a comprehensive report on the request by Honorable MP, as mentioned above. In regards to your request, I wish to respond as follows. that the President is hosting that the Excellency the President is hosting the President of the Federal Republic of Germany at Gatundu, that is what's saying, and is attending that, being the head of the sector. That a comprehensive report which has been requested, I have attached to this communication a response to the request for the statement by Honorable Ahmed Kolosh, MP, due for consideration. So actually he's giving a notice of absence and reasons attached to it. So he has also indicated that for the interim he has sent the PS, Dr. Belio Kipsang, Principal Secretary, State Department of Early Learning and Basic Education, to represent me at the engagement tomorrow. So, honorable members, I think in the wisdom of the Speaker and in the wisdom of the House, it is important that the respective officers appear before us. And the reason why we say they appear before this committee is noting that the government works as one unit. It works from the Ministry of Education, from the Police Service and the Teacher Service Commission. We want to look at the whole of it so that we provide a conclusive solution to the perennial teacher issues in the northeastern region. So looking at that, and having had a point of order from Honorable Member, Honorable Professor Ogut, I'll rule that this meeting is not properly constituted, in the sense that we have no Inspector General of Police, we have his representative, which is actually against the ruling of the Speaker. Two, we also don't have the CS, who is the nominal head of the ministry. I will say that the Teacher Service Commission alone will not actually handle this matter because it is an intersectorial problem, because it is an issue touching on security, it is an issue touching on the Ministry of Education as a whole, and therefore, if we actually continue, will not be in order. So I'll rule that unless the two persons come before us, the Inspector General of Police in person, Hilary Mutiambai, will be here in person, and the CS Minister of Education will be here in person, and the CEO. The CEO is, I want to say we are glad she's here, but she cannot be in a position to handle the whole of it because we need an input from the two other sectors. So, having put that, I can therefore say that because we are not properly constituted, we will not proceed with our meeting. I direct that you appear on Thursday, 27th February, 2020. Yes? Yeah. Yes, order, first of all, Honorable Njendi be order, or at 10 a.m.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Yes, what's out of order?
I was the first one to raise my hand.
In as much as Chair, I fully support your communication and stating clearly what the Speaker of the National Assembly did indicate. The matter we are dealing with, and you have indicated clearly, is a weighty matter. And the CS Education, Professor Magoha, has pronounced himself on this severally, and I thought he should have been here, like your rule. But what I wanted to say is this.
Yes, come on.
My order is that because the children of Northeastern are suffering, and it was within the wisdom of the Speaker that this matter be fixed, would you not consider asking the clerks of the National Assembly to put this matter much earlier, even if tomorrow, and we seek permission from the Speaker, and write to the concerned parties so that we deal with this matter once and for all? Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. Had you. Yes, Honorable Njendi.
It was the same point, because even the Speaker, when it came to inviting the officers, he went against the rule of 7 days. Then we were to meet today.
That's it. Because
So
an urgent matter.
Exactly. So yes. I'm pleading with you also, we go against that rule, that tomorrow we have a special sitting at 10 o'clock. We ask for permission from the Speaker. Just seconding.
Thank you. Is that agreeable to all? Honorable Kolosh, the petitioner. Yes.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes.
There is no doubt that as we sit here, attend meetings, that there are children of this republic who are not going to school and have no teachers. I know, and I appreciate the presence of the CEO, that this is a multi-sectoral problem that must be addressed by all the sectors
That's true.
that it affects. I also know, as a member of the National Security Committee, that the committee itself, and probably that's a thing that's going to come, I will also have proposed or begged the committee to join the National Security Committee in visiting some of these areas to find out, probably after we got the answers. But I plead with you that if this can come even in this afternoon, if it can come, it will go a long way in providing solutions to the problems we have. You know, we are not here to, push and pull. We wanted to seek a way we can provide an alternative to the problems that are there. And I think the earlier we meet about it, the better for all of us, because TSC is under constitutional mandate to provide teachers. They cannot do it where teachers feel threatened. Children cannot stay at home without school. So we needed to join hands to provide a solution. And that is why I think the earlier we do this, the better. So I wanted, if it is possible, we can get these colleagues of ours this afternoon. We go ahead with that. Thank you.
Thank you. I think, honorable members, having considered the opinions and looking at the way the matter is very weighty, and also knowing that this is a multi-sectorial problem, it is not actually going to be solved by one sector alone, and knowing that it is a very urgent matter, I therefore rule that we are asking the CS and the Inspector General of Police to appear tomorrow at 10 a.m. so that we can conclusively handle this matter as a government and clear it so that the children in Northeastern can go to school as fast as is possible. Thank you so much. We'll have our meeting tomorrow. And in this case, it is in the person of the CS, the person of the Inspector General of Police, and the person of the CEO to appear before this committee, not the representatives. Thank you so much. Santeni. Kindly, honorable members, remain behind for our just short deliberations.